Find peace.
Excuse me.
Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction?
Well, it's offending, I know we know.
I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please, don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
So we're gonna see Vanat because she sensed our presence here. Well, I don't know what the hell was going on because between I lost packets and my commands were saying go fuck yourself, I lost broadcasting. So I don't know what the hell's going on. It's been quite an exciting visit for you thus far. Oh, you weren't injured, were you? Good, good. The other Olympus has been taken care of. The incident is resolved, and life in Olympus continues normal, or ends, as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well it deserves the rest, there is a pang of sadness being a colleague leaves us. Yet never than departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. It must be like I experienced such torment. I don't know what answer he's searching for, or if it's within our power to give it, but I believe that he will make a fine fit Daniel, and that if he attracts us out of hand, we will be lesser for it. Colors are at crossroads. Where to now? If there's anyone we'd like to visit before we leave, I would be glad to show you the way. Cummings is not outright refused his position with the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I will content myself with a questioning of his colleagues. Ever the pilgrimist, then let me remain your humble guide. And what of you, Galleon? Will you be continuing along with us? Wonderful, our fellowship travels unbroken. I say we explore another part a little bit and see what new encounters there be had. If you will follow me, we'll first head back to Everest's. I don't know what to fix this whole freaking packet issue. Unless I have to reroute my freaking ports or something, but that's kinda dangerous. But something's blocking it though. See, this is normal. That's fine. If it's even, that's fine. If it's a little off, it's fine. But if it's way off, like I have 0 and 5,000, yeah, that's just no. Or vice versa, or straight up 0. I just don't get it. I've been having this issue since early November. Before that, I was fine. Something on Square side has changed up their internet or some shit. Didn't we part ways where Hermes not far from here? Given the size of Olympus, I expect our paths to cross again before long. From here, we follow the path northwards through Thanatos. There we find one of the teleports which facilitates travel between islands of Olympus. First-time travelers must be accompanied by someone with requisite permission, which I have previously been granted. We only need to use the device together once, and henceforth you will have leave it to us use it freely. Shall we? Okay, so I'll get to the other part of the island finally. Now, time. Fuck. I want to access the freaking new flight pass. Oh, this is gonna be a good shot. Unless the need is pressing, I won't be tracking Hermes with my ethereal sight. It is poor manners to spy someone's comings and goings in such a fashion, so don't ask. Social conventions notwithstanding, pursuing either requires deliberate and immense concentration, and will otherwise to keep our eyes on the corporal world. Now we're here, Nautilus. The silver will take us to the kingdom of Zephyros, the western island. That is it right there, living over there. Step this way and we'll soon admire the new view from above. Whoop!
I present to you Kalamelios Zephyros.
Oh, I actually named that
Here
right.
you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by...
Oh no.
Well, well. An Arraius. How delightful.
Frickets.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact, and then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst, concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Castidian? That's definitely Venat.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Benar, that we should meet you here.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
Huh.
Venar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. We're her predecessor. She's our predecessor. What the f... Yeah, that's the expression I'm pretty much showing right there, gal. Thanks. Holy shit.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is he, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
That sounds like us.
You know I am. Now then, you are?
Yeah, she's got a nose. She's gotta know.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
She's not fucking around.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you.
Wait, what?
Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
Mommy?
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Our echo. She won't know, but...
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection.
Measure?
I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
Here we go.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
Of course, but not gonna fucking...
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself. As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it.
Yeah, because we've got a promise to keep.
Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Well, at least that's been off our chest. And there I thought you were a harmless stray familiar. As far as I'm concerned, this nebulous talk of the future is this, and changing history at that can wait. First, I mean to find out exactly who you are and what do you hope to achieve here. The future, our future, I'm deathly curious to hear more. Deathly is not even the word. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I will not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal. And then the quick-fingered Orlis rushed me off with it. Or as we said, I think we might have seen the culprit before distracted by the business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us a long way to the Orlis. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped it or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even that much would be enormously helpful. While you were hunting down the thief, I could follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Can I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Hey, thanks. There's a small bridge leading to the outgoes. This meet us there once we less than our efforts. Holy shit, that is one big o corral fucking antelope thing? I don't know what the hell. Oh, see something shiny. Speaking of shiny, got ether current, never mind. Concept crystal. Gee, I wonder what that. Oh. Let's get the crystal upon which stores some manner of esoteric concept. Gee, looks familiar. So we got another teleport. Okay, good. Is that the only stone we have? Okay. Where's where that's gonna take me? To the north. Still north. Still north. East. There you are. Northeast. Actually, how much ether currents I have left? One more. Oh. Okay. You know, it freaking sucks. I'm fighting a common enemy here, and I can't freaking beat them because of my freaking lag. Oh, this is not good. Really? I can't jump on. Thank you. I thought fixing my internet will actually fix that, but I guess not. Kind of rather upsets me. That's still this issue. East. Oh, straight on east. I'm gonna touch this crystal because why the hell not? I see Eureka familiars. Oh, there's Pyros, there's Animos, there's Hydatos. Just saying. I think I just saw it right there. Yep. Three more. Southeast. Oh, I'm getting my freaking energy's worth out of this. I went. That's gonna be probably our next sector. Oh yeah. Oh no. 600 south. Really? Now you got me curious. Sorry, I'm taking a little slight detour here. Oh my god, these ether currents ready. I thought I got every one of them on this sector, but I guess my freaking compass was redirecting me to other ones. It's probably got me around here. Looks like that structure. Yep, there it is. Yeah, should be more than 1,000. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was so much disturbance. I had like a few around there. Oh, really? You gotta be kidding me. I'm actually a flight sooner than I thought I would be doing. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Entrance to north. Nope, I gotta go to the next sector. Okay, that's cool. I'm good with it. I figured out because there was a teleport right there. So, this is gonna get interesting. I can see the future! Probably was presented as vexing enough without adding the old Azim into the equation. And she wonders why these lines upon my brow grow deeper when she herself wills to hammer and chisel. The Azims, both meant to our instinct, are forced to be reckoned with. I find them a delight, personally, but they have a lot of habit of making Emmett Silk look as if he bit down a sour grape. No wonder we pissed him off, because we are Azim too. Our last researcher returns. I'm afraid that Orez no longer has the crystal, nor I was able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fare any better. Wake! There's my crystal. The crystal, well done. Wonderful, now I can focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? Often I've been asked to do so. Traveling and searching go hand in hand. You travel often then. Seems we have something in common. Yes, Mom. Long ago, when I held to see it as I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search for answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need of such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet, I'm still eager to come running, show that old acquaintance or new interests recover my personal attention. That is what brings me to Olympus. In fact, many times has my presence been requested. My opinion is sought concerning the habit of this place or that creation. Agreeing to help the local, the missing crystal was a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful is the way that things lead to the other. Wouldn't you agree? Past and yet not come to pass. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, it's time I return this stolen property. Now you go on ahead of my combination. I will join you as soon as I attend that task. Follow the fast ray ahead of building on top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so you can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. This is gonna get effed up. Just saying. I feel like this is gonna have some complications. You need to be nervous about if or not. These white robes mark as one of the fair and impartial reasoning. Aside from the emissary Elizabeth, such garb is worn only those who have stepped down from public office to serve as advisors. Whatever you have to say, she will listen without judgment. Yes, this is far more from interrogating you on the other side of the road. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please, make yourself at home while I put some tea. Answers?
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
Oh boy. Wow, this is... So many good choices, but I'm gonna have to go with this.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, I killed you in the future, by the way. This is gonna be fucked up. Mommy. You, I killed. Well, shit. And you, well, you got me how many times?
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the fast final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future whence he came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital and Amarot, or even my own home, would be more logical destinations.
Emmett is in complete silence, like, fuck, I got my ass handed?
I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which he must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Oh, how about we ask Alexander?
Hardly any. But we do have one immutable fact.
Emmett died.
If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Yeah, as
Given that
Hydaelyn.
even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale?
He's denying because he died.
Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory.
I was gonna say.
Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable? Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me.
Yeah, well, you said that
I've had my
before.
fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Emmett Selk, wait!
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them. Ah, yes. The energy distinct from ether. Though not my field, I have a basic understanding of Dynamis. And you say Hermes researched the phenomenon in the course of creating Meteon? Yes. I believe this warrants further investigation. With that settled, 'tis time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. And suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest. Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azam described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, though only as a visitor received by Chief Overseer of Elvis of the man himself. I know only that which is common knowledge. So I suggest we fall back to the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here will surely tell us more of Hermes and Metron, and have a good idea where we might begin. See the woman standing in front of the young building? Her name is Esmond. She is one who made arrangements for my stay in Olympus, and from what I recall, she has her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us some insight. Go and ask her questions. I'll help with drawing out answers if need be, but I'll leave the choice of topic to you. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Oh boy. Good assessment. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes and was wondering if you might indulge him. He's actually mischievous, but not. Maybe he needs service. What do you wish to know? Well, I'm going to answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words, whose reluctant nature, however, has not prevented him from carrying out his duties as Chief Overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any of the species in incredible detail. and is the leading authority of concepts with the power of flight, which hence his name. I hope that answers your question. Is there anything else? I cannot rightly say, as the chief's personal creation, Metron has not been subject to observation and study like any other concepts. Really? So one day she's simply there, and when you make of her abilities. I understand that she is highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Secondly, that she was created with her talent, however, is mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I have not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. I'll go with that one. Chief may not be the most ingenious individual, but he engages with us as necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I don't want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though if you wish to learn more about Matron, you can try speaking with Timos, another expert in the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations to the banks of the stream, somewhat higher to the east. Oh, and unless you take a peculiarly joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you should keep your questions concise. I should keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think enough of it. If there is anything else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Oh, about that. Okay, we got it. I think we're going to take enough time this time. Oh. God damn it, I'm popping my freaking body. Our investigation's off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I'll presume we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observer. If you can track down the colleagues Ismail mentioned, when I do feel compelled to interact once or twice during our previous conversation, you seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. Or is it that you watch your footing around the stream? We can meet back here once you finish speaking with this Timos. I want to see, just in case I'm not disconnecting my whole fight. Yes, Thomas, please keep your voice down. You're still at the birds. Man, asking questions. So, what does you wish to speak about? Is it true that you're an expert on flying creations? Do you think the Chief Hermes flying creations? Chief Hermes' work? Worthy subject indeed. These beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continue unabated. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high they would disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save the one he who conceives of such marvels. Even we who prize excellence of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Metron as a concept, I never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. And not that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes was to choose to submit Metron's concept to Bureau Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny, and analyzing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Huh. Of course, if you came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. Damas and Elspies? These terms do sound really familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elvises that properties of one another? Must have been centuries since I last heard someone speak of such thing. Wow. Has there been a resurgence in interest? Centuries. So, back to what I said, they're not immortal, so they live a shit ton of lives. Huh. Interesting. Then why bring up the subject? I'm flattered that you sought my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now there must be return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to tend to. Huh. Okay, I guess that was a fail on my end. Okay, right. That was quick work. We're obviously clear enough to head of any rambling and men's mention. So, you have any new findings to share? I'd say even an expert in the field had little understanding of Metron's capabilities, let alone awareness of them. My question has resulted in much the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Metron as a personal project and could provide no details beyond these what she just told me. Which leads me to believe the only person with sufficient knowledge of them is Hermes himself. Yes, we made some progress here, but more information is needed if we're to reach any definitive conclusions. Shit! We're low 87. At present, the strongest link we have with the Foundations is the power of Damas, and there's electricity to control it. Yet, most scholars are vaguely aware of those terms, let alone study them in any depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I'm inclined to stay our current course and learn what we can about the chief overseer's familiar. And on that subject, was there other else note that you can tell me about Metron, aside of our unorthodox method of communication? I really wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, we care to elaborate. So these siblings of her now travel the great expanse to search for a deeper meaning. Thank you. Though the mystery at hand remains unresolved, I feel you have touched upon a vital clue, one we could keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we take ourselves to a Christian island, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. Oh, I think I might actually pack it up soon. I think I want to get to a nice fine cutoff point here. This tower and one further on are both part of our crystalline. A facility that will archive all Olympus observable and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we're here, is it? I shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those two archivists have to share. If you can find someone to speak with over in the other tower, I shall join you at home. You have questions for me? Certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Indeed. So if you can provide a comprehensive log of these behaviors, we should have sufficient data for our official record. Now, what does he wish to speak to me about? Chief Overseer's personal research project? And by that, I assume the matriarch. Those documented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one another, creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly what Meteoron appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief's hermit's side. Although I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Gillian shared with me. Gillian's my partner and a fellow researcher here at Elvis. She was returning one late night when she caught sight of Chief Hermit sending mention on Heaven's Board, a host of them. For several days, she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she ever witnessed. That sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mistress Fadon, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for an invaluable contribution to our concept replacement proposal. Pretty not to mention, as you say, my original plan was to leave after that task, but I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermit's research. May I favor me retelling the site which should delay your Gillian? Of course, or you hear from her lips directly if you prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject at Meadowis' fallacy. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreating such sublime detail. Imagine you must find a similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Vanaught, and that such pursuits must continually and regrettably delay your return to the store. Indeed you do. This rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we prospered to the wisdom you accumulate during your travels at Zine. And what would Olympus will be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed serves as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contempt, but not embodied in nature, with as much a daring passion as you. I just said there is not a soul alive more worthy of return. I shall reduce today you depart to your final journey. I will be honored. I'll take this opportunity to meet with Gillian in person. Let me reconfigure the door to the archives here. It'll take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. That'll be most helpful, thank you. Okay, on to the third island. Guys, this is still Chrono Trigger, man. The other heard that we have already heard, but this story of Gillian sounds promising. I have opened the path to the Skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across the next tower and ask for the minutes to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the Skyway and you will find yourself an interest in Meadowis, the outside. They will be eager to share your tale with you, I'm sure. Can I have less talking? Voice is starting to get a little rough. I doubt this is gonna take me. Tower head is still part of the postgate casting. We didn't ask for a passage through the upper tier. Mistress Vaughn, just passing through. Then allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there's always an observer too on the upper Skyway. Oh. Hiya, hiya. leads to the throughout side, but perhaps we're in trouble with this person for assistance to find clean. Visitors, I wasn't totally expecting. We were going to prepare an official welcome. Hey, there's no need for a fanfare. I wish to speak with Galena if that might be arranged. Yes, Galena, of course. I'll inform her immediately. But she might be engaged in a testing phase. Could be in for something I will wait. Should I let her know Mrs. Archer? That won't be necessary. This lovely deal will keep us occupied until she's ready to receive us.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view.
It's funny how they're using answers in a letter tone. I like how, be serious or, hey, ominous as fuck.
What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Actually, no, there's no sort of bad spots. The only reason there's a bad spots is because shit hit the fan.
I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveller. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
And there's this one time I beat the shit out of this dude. And there was this Namazu. My friend Lee's just uppercutted him.
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar, and among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me. An epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true. And a presence without. Immense, yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating. How keenly aware I became of creation's fragility. Built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath.
Feel, hear, think.
I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Why is the bullshit that happened right now? Yeah. And we kiss.
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day.
And what did he
Alas,
say?
he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
So, like shooting stars. This is getting interesting. Oh, mage logged off. Wow. What's the night cutscene for 12 minutes? Jesus. There's gotta be a dungeon in this area. Because the problem is 79, 77. Yeah, we're due for our dungeon. So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others. Which suggests that either someone will appreciate his discoveries and make use of them, or Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Yeah. Since we have no reason to yet suspect the farmer, we should consider the latter or likely possibility. We're saying that under an assumption our next step should be to define why, or if, even if, we might desire such a terrible fate for our star. What if he goes back? I'd like to visit the site from which Hermes sent forth the Batia. If we were fortunate, we might find some hint what drives this research of his. I think say he spun on the southeast, rising from an island you can see from the edge. If staying on that same vantage point, it would not prove too difficult to locate the island question. Let's take a look, shall we? I should really get library if there's run speed increase, but God, such a pain. Now, if we're conducting some mysterious research, where should I go? Ah, what about that one? That would mean it needs to fly? It's quite a distance away. How inconvenient, but hardly an insubmersible problem. To me, Argos. My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry galleon over here to the island? Stubborn creature. There is no place in this great startup we have not together traveled, and still he remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Ours is rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. What? You've ridden him before? Ah, your before meaning my after. Not only that, confusing that. Interesting. Tis certainly not unthinkable. By speaking of here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. Demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in a bout. What? And she convinced Argos that you're worthy on his back. And besides, I might even teach you a thing or two in the bargain. It seems doubtful, but useful lesson or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember. A memory of the distant past is yours. What say you, traveler of time? Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we having a fucking trial? I'm in your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapons. I'll await you at the clearing over yonder. Are we fucking fighting for naught? We are 87, and we have a trial coming up. What the hell would Vanat do if she transforms? Oh no, it's a solo instance. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, fuck my life. That thing is exactly the one you encounter on Marilyn, except this Argos poignantly ignoring you. I'm gonna have to go Paladin because my freaking mage powers are not accessible. At least I can heal myself. Shall we begin? Be warned, I will not go easy on you. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious. What the hell does she have on? Hero's mantle, armed with a hero's blade. I gotta remember, she's a dragoon. Of course.
Let neither side hold back.
Come on. Holy fuck, she whooped my ass.
My blade sings!
This is not helping me. Oh yeah, I don't have. Exo flares? Okay.
My blade sings!
You know, this probably will be a lot faster if I actually, have my actions be activated.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
She's going monk?
No quarter.
No, she's in dancer mode.
Have a taste.
Oh god, we're fighting fucking Emerald Weapon. on. Fucking do the attack. This is so annoying.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Oh, she's going mage mode. White mage? No, she's in white mage mode. I'm gonna need to heal myself.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, come on. That was way out the range. Jesus Christ! But no, it's not fucking around, man.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Yeah, I would love to if my commands are not being so freaking slow. Gotta change up her strap, probably. Come on! Oh my god, I'm down. Throw my controller. Whatever. Come on!
My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Oh my god, this is so fucking annoying! I'd probably have her at a third of her health already if it wasn't for this stupid issue.
Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I. Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Oh, great. I'm screwed. Come on! Oh, Jesus Christ, come on! This is fucking bullshit! I'm gonna lose because I can't attack. Oh my god, come on. Come on! Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt. Where's the other ones? Come on! Jesus Christ. Please, that was the last phase of that attack.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will!
Well, there's some quick time shit going.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
I hope so, because I can't do more! Fuck!
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, his strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you.
That's why he... So we did change the future.
A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
So that's why he was so happy to see us and on the moon. I guess we'll soon have us staying in the very spot where Mattia made their departure in the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. Why was that we'll find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. Fire upon your return. But now our goes is still longer. Let's move over the edge before a mountain, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the cars rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to Smile. Like I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. Combat Argos is back and make me off, you know. I honestly can't remember the last time he cared about anyone but me. Argos made his back and his muzzle. Notion on his back with his muzzle. You can give it a go ahead and hop on. Boink! Is this Blizzard? Or is it not? It's like so. Now, what was the name of that tree? No, something. Oh, now it's around. Right, striking. Is it not? Here's stuff for that. Oh, you can send tumbling off at the last moment.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
I think I call it Echo.
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory.
Which
The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
So, Echo, yes, I understand when we see somebody and they're thinking of the past, we can perceive that. And there was times we actually pick up an item and all of a sudden we get that, which now is the ladder we're in. So that makes complete sense how our Echo works. It's funny how she knows how the Echo works. Well, granted, she's the creator, but is that our side effect?
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles.
Jesus.
End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Okay, so they go off like meteors, except a reverse way. I got a feeling they came back as the meteor shower, so quote. but they brought back something that we don't want. Again, we have 0 miss. Okay.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us.
Yeah, and evil.
Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking.
Yeah, being evil.
Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Yeah, being evil.
Utterly unlike... How?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
Are those candy apples?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion? I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
And so that's why Elizabeth says pure soul. There are any number of places that where Hermes might be in Elizabeth. But we can do worse than look at Anchises Herbarium, the largest facility. It stands out in the mystical Boros at the Northern Isle. I wonder, Gallion, for an institution which claims to studious research every species destined to relation to the world, do you not question how they find room for more on so few islands? Answer lies with Kisses itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the Arch House. where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of the facility and its mentally constructed environments. Tis there, well, the sprawling inhabitants that the chief overseer, most Elvis Earth servants conduct the bulk of their work. Come, slip through as a teleport north of August. Okay, we got access to the next island. And I got 2 more quests. I have access to the fucking ether. So after I get to this next island, I can have access. I just gotta get the final quest to finish off the zone. First, we teleported I'll tell you about. Modes of light are hanging in the air. Suggested device, but recently activated. There we go. Oh, good. The teleporter acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. Thanks. As for any way across the Herrera, we will follow the path and turn left at the crossroads. That's funny. I have to go left. There it is. The last one. I just gotta finish the zone. I'll pick up the quest on off stream. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna end it right here at this spot, to tell you the truth. Oh yeah, better switch my summoners and I'll get the piece off this. Wow, this is big ass fucking Namrot. Fucking buildings. Here we are, the greatest research facility in Olympus. We should head inside and ask for after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is in another facility, as we just discovered. Furthermore, we have confirmed that his studies in diamantis as well as his creation at Mineron are entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appear in possession of the chief staff of knowledge of the subject, and never did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might recruit to help prevent one. Might be recruited to help prevent one. Or, so saith the illustrious Silk. According to your story, the 14 divine the connection between the celestial currents and the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention how those sharp eyes committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is that the nature of the catalyst was so implacable that even we failed to perceive it. Why better fits the description than invisible, internal dampness? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandano, did not recognize the subject of his own research? We will assume that he is either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all I can do is speculate. To be clear, the Coalition does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth, and we have known have Fandano lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that I am certain. It seems there is more to the tale after all. We conducted an investigation on our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I have no reason to delay further. This time we brought Hermes to the fold, as it were. Save your thanks. I did not say I believe a ridiculous story. But as Element Silk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how illustrious or personally offensive I may find it. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream for now. I'm still annoyed. I don't know what the hell's going on with my system, so...